The new Bachelorette trailer is promising the biggest twist in the show's history, and we're breaking down all the drama. Hey guys, welcome back to another shared news from home. We have to unpack the latest Bachelorette trailer, but before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future updates. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Avery Grooms and Gabby Gonta. Hi guys.
Hey.
Okay, so there's just so much to break down. I'm so excited to hear your thoughts. Let's just dive right in with this first clip because we're getting our first glimpse of Clare and Dale potentially sort of starting to break the rules and maybe run off together. Let's take a look.
Tuesday.
Dale starting off said he used 5 minutes. They've been gone for an hour.
So they've been gone for an hour, and in Bachelorland, I feel like that's really a long time. What are your thoughts on this behavior, Avery?
Yes, that is a very long time, especially if this is happening during a cocktail party. That's super awkward if he said he was going to be gone for 5 minutes and then he's gone for an hour. So I can guess that tensions are probably very high in this moment.
I think the same thing. I think he maybe stole her away from another guy and he's waiting for his time to come back up and they've been gone for a while. But I think this is exciting because we're finally getting to see their connection really flourish. We've heard so much about, Dale and Clare and how they're falling for each other. And so this is where we can kind of get to see them behind closed doors and how it's all going down in their relationship.
I totally agree. I think, ultimately, we know something big is coming. We've all been hearing it for weeks and weeks and weeks now that she's going to leave the show for Dale. So I'm glad at the very least that they're going to potentially show us a lot of that. So we're not left being like, what the heck? How did they go from barely knowing each other to quitting the show? I think it's good that they're going to potentially lean into this breaking of the rules. Obviously, we all know Clare has feelings for Dale. She set her sights on Dale pretty much from moment one. But in this next clip, she's starting to make it crystal clear.
There's a Clare frontrunner here.
I have feelings for Dale. We have a connection.
So, yes, we know they have a connection. Gabby, what are your thoughts? Are you starting to feel it? Are you starting to buy into this deep connection that the two of them have?
Yes, I think we've seen it more from Clare. We've heard a lot of her sound bites saying, we have this connection. I like Dale. Like all this stuff is happening. So I'm still interested to see it more from Dale's side and maybe in his one-on-one interviews or a one-on-one date if they get that soon, just to see like his perspective, because I think we all know that Clare is into him, but I want to see Dale's side of it now.
As we know, Clare is a woman who goes after what she wants. So if she did not, or if she was not serious about this, she wouldn't take an entire hour away from all the other guys. So that's how you know this is it. She's all about Dale. But like you said, Gabby, I would love to see it from his point of view as well, because I feel like as of right now, it's almost like Clare's chasing Dale more than Dale's chasing Clare.
Right. We've definitely heard Clare be all in sort of from moment one. And the reality is she has been, we saw other connections start to blossom with other guys. So at this stage of the game, she hasn't been all in only on eyes for Dale. She's given those other connections a chance. So this will be an interesting turning point if she starts to really kind of neglect the other guys this week, specifically for Dale. And with that, perhaps neglecting the other guys, they know they're doing something wrong. They know they're going to get caught. Let's take a look at that moment.
And the men
Let me go hide in the closet.
have to deal with it.
That shot of all of them standing there, someone knocking on the door, I'm already starting to tense up. It seems like it's going to be such a cringy moment. Avery, what do you think is going to play out with, look at him knocking on their door. How is that going to unfold this week?
Not well. And the fact that Dale said, let me go hide in the closet, he knows clearly he's kind of in the wrong here too, or it's just not going to end up so greatly for the two of them when they face all the guys, but when they are alone and get to run off together, then it will.
Totally. Gabby, do you think, the guys have a right to be kind of upset, right?
Yes. And I would say, first of all, no more puns with the names, please. There's just too much of this going on. Claire, they used her name a million times in different ways, and now people are having to Dale with it. It's a lot. It's hilarious. It's funny. It's
It's a
very
lot.
lucky of the producers to have had these people have names that are so pun worthy, I guess. But in terms of the guys, yes, I think they have a reason to be upset. And I think, Dale and Claire, in the bigger picture of it all, like they're all staying on the same resort, like in the same location. So if these guys want to like see what's up and go knock on their door, they can just walk down the street probably and do that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this moment.
Totally. It's the bubble creates like a completely different type of environment. And I mean, having like their own rooms to retreat to, very easy access to get from one to another. I think that the rules have definitely sort of been thrown out the window. Actions, I feel like in this show really do speak louder than words. And it looks like Claire is starting to sort of blow off the guys, make her intentions clear. I think this next clip maybe is sort of our glimpse of it's the beginning of the end of the Claire journey. Let's take a look.
Claire's not coming to dinner.
So just completely boycotting dinner, which, I mean, I'm curious for your take, Gabby. I feel like that's kind of unheard of. That's a very bold step for Claire to be taking.
Yes, I think in past Bachelor and Bachelorette seasons, the lead seems to take the first steps, take the advantage in deciding what to do. We've seen rose ceremonies get canceled before and when things just go awry. So I think it's normal for the show to be shaken up a little bit, but we do know that she, quote unquote, from Chris Harrison, blows up the show. So I definitely think this is the first moment of that.
Yes, I absolutely agree. This is a huge deal that she's not showing up to dinner. And I feel like you said, Gabby, the next thing to follow this is the whole big blow up.
Yes, you mentioned the big blow up. Let's look at this next moment because we have seen it before, but it clearly is where things start to go off the rails.
I expected way more from the oldest Bachelorette.
Sick.
So we have seen that clip. We do think it's potentially Yosef really stirring the pot. I mean, I have to assume we're seeing this play out this week, you guys. What are your thoughts, Gabby? I think we might be seeing Yosef head home. I don't know. What are your feelings on this clip they keep showing us?
I think hopefully this week, because I just can't wait to figure it out. But I really do think this is the moment where Claire gets pushed over the edge. Maybe there's a few things that they don't include in the promos that is just building on top of her, feelings that she's feeling down or feeling attacked and just like not in a good place with the other guys. So I think this is the moment when she's just going to get pushed over the edge and then is going to be the real turning point for the episode and for the season overall.
I definitely agree with that. I think that whatever this is, however the drama plays out, it's going to be a snowball effect from here. Avery, do you think that this moment with potentially Yosef or whoever it is sort of the catalyst for her like diving all in with Dale and starting to shy away from the rest of the guys?
I think so, because they keep showing this clip. Like, I'm just sick of seeing this. I hope we can get all the answers the following episode, because it looks like this would be the turning point. And for someone to be that upset, I feel like something really bad had to happen. So this is probably when they're debating on walking out and tensions are high. So obviously Yosef or whoever this is pretty angry, more angry than usual that he had to say that. And she'll decide to leave with Dale. And maybe Tayshia will come on. We'll see.
We definitely will. So obviously, we've known for a long time that, or they've been rumors for a long time that Claire's going to walk out. Claire's going to end this journey. But we're starting to see it might be a little bit of a 50-50 split between the guys kind of giving up and Claire giving up. In this next clip, we're going to see the men call out her and Dale.
If you want to go be with Dale, then we'll all go home.
So obviously we don't know if they're saying that directly to Claire or sort of talking hypothetically, but it's another shot. I mean, these guys got really close. They like broed up really fast. This is the third time I feel like we've seen them present a united front and being like, it's all of us or nothing. What are your thoughts, Gabby, on, I mean, it looks like they're getting up and just walking out. What is your reaction to this?
It definitely looks like that in this clip, and I think we're also anticipating the moment where the guys walk out, whether it's leaving the show or whatever they're actually doing in this clip. But I think this is the first soundbite where we hear that, you know, it might be because Clare and Dale are together all the time or just obsessed with each other that the guys are the ones who are going to walk out, which is, you know, different from maybe what we originally thought, where Clare quits the show. Like you said, it might be a 50-50 situation. But yeah, I think this is a really good soundbite and clip to prove that maybe it is the guys.
Yeah, I agree. I think the guys in this moment are now taking it upon themselves to consider leaving because they're just left in the dark. Claire's off with Dale doing who knows what. So now they're having to team up and be like, okay, we don't want to look like the stupid ones here. Like, should we walk off? So very different situation, but pretty tangled web, it looks like.
Oh, absolutely. I think you guys, we know this is going to become a mess so quickly. And I think that is the perfect transition into this next clip, because The Bachelor and The Bachelorette in these trailers love to make the most dramatic statements. I feel like we've heard the same promises over and over again. But maybe it's like fool me once and we're all just like in for a letdown. But I really feel like this next promise they're about to make might hold up.
Setting the stage for the biggest twist in Bachelorette history.
I think we're kind of anticipating the twist, so it might not feel like that when the moment comes. But I don't know. I'm curious on both your takes. Are we in for the biggest twist? What do you think, Avery?
Oh, yes. And I do think it is the biggest twist just because we've never seen something like this happen before. So therefore, it is the biggest twist in Bachelor history, probably leading to the most dramatic season yet.
I think everyone's waiting for a twist. We've been, you know, hearing about it from the tabloids or like the hit behind the scenes photos that first came out a few months ago up until, you know, some of these rumors getting proven right or proven wrong. Everybody's waiting for the twist. The only question is, are we going to get it next week or are they going to keep us waiting? So we'll have to wait and see for that.
Well, let's watch. We have seen this moment before, but let's watch Claire's little sit down with Chris. I think it's been our biggest tease that, you know, her journey is going to come to an early end.
Congratulations, you've just blown up The Bachelorette.
So, huge statement. You've just blown up The Bachelorette. So, I mean, playing all of the sides, this would sort of lend it to believe that it was Clare and Dale's actions that brought the season or her journey to an early close. What do you guys think about this? Do you think Clare and Dale are going to do something like specific that leads it all to come crashing down? Do you think it's going to be a slow build to this moment? What are your thoughts, Gabby?
I think it's going to be one specific moment because whenever Chris Harrison, you know, needs to intervene, it's usually something big and bad that's gone on where, you know, he has a sit down talk with the Bachelor or Bachelorette. So that's definitely this moment. Still not sure what he means about blowing up the show. I think that, you know, the format is just going to be a little different. So I think it's one big moment between Clare and Dale.
Mm-hmm. Based off all the prior clips we just watched up to this one, it looks like it was a bunch of different little things adding up. And then once they got into the room, maybe that's when something went down and it was the huge blow up. But I think it is one specific thing at the end of it that Clare and Dale did. And maybe that was just come forward and be like, we're leaving with each other, or who knows. But it had to be big enough to blow up the whole show.
Totally. Well, as you guys sort of already said, this is all building to, are we getting the big twist this week? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like when I've been watching these first 2 episodes, I've almost been underwhelmed because we've just known for so long that something so big is coming. It's instilled in all of our minds that she's going to run off with Dale. So that first one-on-one date with Jason, I was sort of like, whatever. Where's this leading to? We know something big is coming. Yeah. Are you guys hoping that we get this twist, that we kind of clean this all up, see the drama explode, and then move on to whatever the future of this season is going to look like? Or Are you hoping it sort of fizzles through the next few episodes? What are you hoping for, Avery? The big explosion this week, or drawn out a little more?
No, I hope it's not drawn out any longer. I already feel like it's been drawn out long enough. So I hope this week is the huge blow up, because I'm honestly like kind of sick of this, especially seeing some of these clips over and over again. We're like, okay, can we just find out what happens? It just seems like it's been dragging on. And like you said, the first two episodes were kind of like underwhelming, just because not so much was really going on, and that's what we really expected from this season. So hopefully this next episode is when we'll get to see all that.
I also hope that everything just happens so we can finally figure it out and then move on to Tayshia or move on to whatever is next. Even Matt James, I'm ready for him. But I think the producers only have so much like that they filmed, because I mean, wasn't it only like a 12-day thing with Clare supposedly? But so I feel like they don't have a lot of footage. So either they're going to like really stretch it out so it makes a full season by the end of it, or you know, they're really coming down on it and everything happens next week because that's all they have left to show. So I'm excited to see what happens.
I think we are all anxiously awaiting some clarity. Oh my God, now I'm doing the Clare puns accidentally. See, they've gotten into our brains. But we're all anxiously awaiting the clarity of it all. We want to know what's happening. We want to know what is going to happen with Dale and Clare. Is it happily ever after? Does it all blow up? But we're just going to have to wait and see. You guys, we of course want to know your thoughts. Are you rooting for Clare and Dale? Are you ready for this drama to be over and you're hopeful that Tayshia's journey is a little more eventful? Let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell, because we will be back talking all things Bachelorette very soon. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. You can follow me on socials at Fiona Zaring. Avery, where could they find you?
At Avery Grooms. And Gabby, where can they find you?
You can follow me at Gabby Gonta.
Amazing. Thanks so much, you guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.